Goku nor Vegeta. I'm gonna take you down.
Alright everyone, JB here, and we're back with another Dragon Ball Legends video on the channel today. Now today I'm going to be pretty much going over the best teams so far to play with Gohan. And I feel like I'm really late on this, but it's better than me not, putting it out there. But also really quick on my intro. If some of you are new around here, that's originally was supposed to be my original intro. And the last couple of months I've been experimenting on different edits, something that feels unique for the channel going into a video. But I decided to just bring it back because, I feel like, I've been experimenting with the edits, and a lot of these edits don't really feel as unique as this intro was to me originally. So just something to put out there. You guys expect to see this intro for a lot longer until eventually I want to do something different. But yeah, so before we start the video today, if you are new around here, make sure you are checking out the channel. You like everything you see, hit the subscribe button, leave a like on the video, it's very much appreciated, and tell me if this was helpful in the comments down below for you guys. I feel like hopefully it's helpful to some of you guys. Now first thing is first, we're gonna look at the tag Hybrid Saiyans. Now we're gonna look at Hybrid Saiyans on this team. I'm gonna tell you right now, if you have Pan, you're gonna always want to run Pan. Now I'm gonna go over probably 2 or 3 different variations of people you can put on here for your top, your main 3 to use in battle. Now what I'm gonna say right here is, for this team you can bring now if you want double support, you can bring Pan and the future Gohan. And then to Zenkai buff, you can bring this Pan right here. And then you can bring these guys to buff up Pan. Now I don't think, let me check. Yeah, so they do buff hybrids as well, but they do buff up hybrids and movies. Now you can bring them. I like to run this team where I would bring them right here. And then see if I can find him. Here he is. So I wish I had this guy at least a couple red stars, because it'd have been more health. But he'll be the health buffer. Got these guys buffing up defense, and then you have Pan right here buffing up pretty much just strike attack. It's only 24% because my Pan's not even 14 star, but you will be buffing up Gohan. Now if you just purely want to just purely just buff up Gohan to the best of your ability, right? The one thing I can say for sure is, if you don't have your Pan at high stars, it will be best for you guys to buffer up. But I do know also there is the Blue Movies Goku. If you guys want to double Zenkai buff Gohan on this team, it's just nobody else will be getting any buffs, so to say. But this is a team where mainly Gohan's doing the damage, right? And I've seen a lot of people run this team in high rank PvP, where you're having both of these guys, Pan and Gohan, with the double support, because every time that he enters the battlefield, he's given 25% to damage inflicted for 15 timer counts. And Pan as well is buffing up on her strike and her blast. She's buffing up that damage for 30 timer counts for every time you use one of these. So really good support to if you just want to solely be on a team where Gohan is doing he's pretty much doing all the damage, right? Now you don't have to actually put this guy right here for health if you don't want to, but it's up to you guys. But since this Pan does buff up the mats, your mats health, it does give 18%. But if my pen was 14 star, I think it's like 30% at the most. Let's see. Yeah, so once you do 7 star plus, it's at 20%. So it should be about 30% at 14 stars. But yeah, you can do this team right here. But if you want to go with something else, like a different variation, where you want to, you don't want to bring in, you know, say for example, you don't have that guy right there, but maybe you have the movies Gohan, the LF one. He should be, let's see, right here. I only got him at 3 stars, so it was my first copy of him, but hopefully I get more stars on him. But you can bring this guy, because with this team you have Pan supporting, you know, and then with Gohan, you have Beast Gohan with his endurance, then you have this Gohan with his revival, so you do have a little bit of a rise and rush control with the team. Now, another thing I want to point out, you don't have to run purely just like hybrids for your bench. Now your bench can consist of I would say sagas from the movie, so this is basically what the team is, just they're all hybrid Saiyans. Now if you don't want, because this type of team I'm talking about that you can control the, you know, like the rise and rush, unless there's someone that they have in their kit. I think the only people that nullifies endurance in their kit is Cooler, the androids, and I think MUI. Oh, I think for Cooler and MUI it's after they pop their name, but the androids, that's just built in their kit. So, but yeah, you can, I would say, you can pretty much bring this Broly right here. I only have him Zenkai 1, but like I said, I gotta get a lot of people back up since I took a break from the game like last year. But make sure, you know, you can bring this Broly. If you don't want the extra health, you can take off this Gohan, right? And like I was saying, you can literally bring these guys so everybody's getting Zenkai buffed. So pretty much, even though Pan is a support type, she does a lot of damage if you build her the right way with her equipment as well. But those are like 2 variations you can run with hybrids. You can also bring the green Gohan, the green Ultimate Gohan. That's entirely up to you guys. But we do have some pretty good reds running the meta right now. Not reds, purples running the meta right now, and I think I might have passed him up. He was up here, right? No, he is not. But let me show you guys. He should be up here. Here he goes. This Gohan got his Zenkai, I think about a month ago. I think a month and a half ago. But he's not bad. I mean, maybe if you build him the right way, he could be very useful to you if this is something that you want to go for. But the next variation to look at is of course Sagas from the movies, because he just works so well with Sagas from the movies. Now the first thing I'm gonna look at the trio that everybody is pretty much using in PvP. Now where's Pan? There we go. So we're gonna run Pan on this team. Now I've seen people what they would do on this team, right? So if you're bringing Pan, right, to Zenkai buff Gohan, what I would normally do is I will put Gohan right here and put Piccolo in the leader slot, and then you can just grab I don't think he's on here, I mean she's on here, but this is basically what you would do is you go over here on hybrids, you can put Pan in Zenkai buff, you know, and then you can get, if you want to, I like to run this setup right here. And then what I do is the only problem with this is I think it's only for purple and red. So I think it's this Goku right here. It's this Goku, and then I think it's somebody else. So it's purple and red, right? So that's the only problem here, you know, with this team. If you were gonna run it, trying to find let's see, I'm looking for Majin Buu, because there's also I see people run Majin Buu as well. Or you can run Dokura. he buffs up the health as well for sagas from the movies. So you can, but I recommend if you have him at red star because you're gonna get way more health. But you can run this, or if you're looking for more like Z ability boost wise, this team is it's a mix. Pan, you can give her whatever, but like Piccolo is a range type, and then you have Gohan who is a melee type, right? Now what you can do is you can still Zenkai buff the Gohan, take out Goku and these guys, take these guys off, right? And we're gonna put Piccolo right here because let's see, there we go. We're gonna put Piccolo right here. We're gonna put Gohan in the leader slot this time. And what you can do is you can pretty much put the Goku, because he's giving. If you have this guy at 4-star plus, oh not 4-star plus, but if we have him at red stars, look at this. This goes up all the way to 50%, right? And I don't even have him at max. This is only at 3 stars at red, and he's at 40% right now. So it's for purple or red. So when you're putting Gohan, and it's any character in the leader slot, you're getting the buffs. It doesn't matter if it applies to them or not. You're getting the buffs because they're in the leader slot. So you can do that, give them that, right? And then what I like to run is, let's take that off. I like to put Broly to buff up Piccolo because Piccolo is basically your main damage dealer. Like him and, well, your main damage dealer is Gohan because his kit is ridiculous, right? But Piccolo is basically your secondary main damage dealer. So, and his ultimate card does hit pretty hard, but it doesn't hit as hard if you don't, because you have Pan over here building up damage. You got her green card, which takes away your ki, and then your ki recovery is pretty much just crippled because it's minus 100%. And then she seals your main abilities, and every time you hit her, I think it's twice, you get locked in for like 2 timer counts, I think. So it's pretty insane. It's really insane. Now it's also something else I wanted to look at as well. If you just want to go straight for like the boost for like the let's see, I don't know for sure. Let's check. Yeah, so this guy's blue and purple. I think somebody else, it was one other character. I'm gonna look down here real quick. There was one other character I think that does red and purple. Because I know that Broly, the yellow extreme Broly does I think it's what, blue and yellow? Yeah, so this is the module I was looking for. Yes, he does blue or purple. So pretty much you can if you want to do that, guys, you can do this, blue or purple, right? You literally can do this. And then you can put Pan in the leader slot and put Gohan over here. And pretty much, this team is, you can make it mainly strikely orientated. And then this is for defense, right? But that's a lot, 40%. It's up to you guys. But there's also one other team I want to look at. So you can run a full. How should I put this? So I'm gonna do a different one, right? So it's gonna be a Silence from movie team because we got so many dominant reds. I mean, not reds, but blues in the game as right now. Now, this is the setup I like to call where you're basically just winging it, right? You're just winging it. Pretty much, this is a blue purple setup, right? Now, you're not gonna, unless you don't have Piccolo, I would say you can bring this guy right here. He's still pretty good in my opinion. As long as you have 14 stars, you still can compete if you use the guy right. But it's a blue purple setup, and you're pretty much you're gonna be double Zenkai buffing over here, right? So you're gonna be Zenkai buffing the Piccolo, but you're gonna be buffing up these two guys, Beast Gohan and Gogeta. And you can use this guy. I forgot all about this guy right here. Now you can use this guy, but he mainly only buffs Fusion Warrior, so that's the problem with that. But yeah, so it's up to you guys. I would suggest probably putting Piccolo in the leader slot, because it just makes sense for this team. For you get the best of your pretty much your buffs. And you can use, like I said, you can use this guy right here, or you can use the Pan. This Pan does buff up Sun Family. Unfortunately, Gogeta doesn't count as Sun Family, so a little disappointed on that. But like I said, you can literally just run this team. It's up to you guys, really. It kind of sucks that they didn't make this guy buff up Fusion Warrior, but you can use the I'm trying to think, because let's see. Okay, we have this guy right here. You can use this guy. You can use Pan, and then I think it's Dynamic Goku, but he only buffs up Saiyans, and this guy buffs up Super Saiyans. So you guys can do this where let's see. I want to see if he buffs up Sagas. So it's Sun Family or Hyper Saiyan, yeah. But I mean, it's up to you guys, because you can do this. And if you don't want to Zenkai, if you just mainly want to go for them two right there, I would say go for it. You literally can. This guy only buffs up. He does do Saiyan or Super Saiyan. So in that case, Piccolo really isn't getting too much of a buff, right? That's the only problem here. So that's why I'm saying you can use the Gogeta, because he is a Super Saiyan. So therefore, let me show you guys an example. So we can go to Saiyan and Super Saiyans. And let's see here. Alright, so let's scroll down here. Got this guy, right? So what you're doing here, let me take off this guy right here. You're putting basically Gohan in leader slot, right? You're putting him in leader slot. You can run this guy right here. So pretty much only one person is missing a boost, right? Because Gohan doesn't really need a whole bunch of boosts to really just get started like that, right? You literally can throw Pan in there as well. But I feel like, you gotta have these guys at Zenkai 7 or at least 5. But pretty much you wanna have some good equips on these guys. There is a danger of running into a green, but you don't really see Fisku out here like that. Right now, yeah, there really isn't too many dominant greens. Got Gogeta 4, but like I said, I doubt it. But you can run this team. It's just you will be missing out a little bit on ability boost. The only person that's not getting it really is Gogeta from Pan. And then right here, like I'm saying, so you're missing out on ability boost, which is why with this team, it's kind of dangerous. You're missing out a little bit on ability boost. And plus, I don't have these guys at all high stars. So make sure you got some good equips on these teams. But that's really, in my opinion, what y'all could bring. These teams do look pretty decent enough to me. Seeing somebody run Gohan with Gohan with Vegito. So yeah, you gotta really think about it. That's something that I just want to throw out there for you guys. Throw this video out real quick for you. But hopefully you guys, it was helpful for you. If it wasn't, there's nothing I can do about that. So make sure you guys are checking out the previous videos, on Chronicles of Gods, Festival predictions. But as always, it's your boy JB. I'm out.